about it. I've written about the Russian mafia laundering money through Donald Trump's real estate. And I found FBI files regarding that going back to 1984. This is the Semion Mogilevich gang and his subordinates in the Russian mafia. They went into Trump Tower, put down $6 million in cashes in 1984. I don't want to speak specifically to that, but it seemed that the FBI had a lot of information about this. There were at least 13 members of the Russian mafia who bought condos in Trump Tower or owned them. The Russian mafia is tied to Russian intelligence. It seems to me that's a huge intelligence threat. Were you aware of that? Other people in the FBI had to be aware of it, but they never acted on it.
This is a red flag. You have people who were already there, but they're ideologically sympathetic.
Two former directors of the FBI, William Sessions and Louis Freeh, pursued cases against the Russian mafia. When their term was over as directors, William Sessions went back to being a lawyer, and one of his biggest clients was Semion Mogilevich, who is one of the people the FBI had been investigating. So suddenly he's making presumably very big legal fees from representing him. The same happened with Louis Freeh after he resigned from the FBI, and he represented Prevazon, which of course was one of the Russian companies involved in the Magnitsky scandal. I just wondered, if you're a special agent for the FBI and you're investigating this stuff, and that your former boss is now making millions of dollars doing this, what does that do to you? Or does that affect
It's demoralizing. It's really demoralizing. They're supposed to be in charge of organization, countering these people. And then the moment they're out, they go and they work for the people. Maybe we could do something in policy to say that you can't go work for the enemy after you're finished public service. It sure seems like a conflict of interest to me, because a director would have detailed historical knowledge about this individual. And how do you know that they're not exploiting that knowledge in order to gain an unfair lever? That was some years ago. But this happens. And that's part of the problem with the federal criminal prosecutors as well. They retire after 10, 15 years of service. They have a 90+% conviction rate. A lot of them want to start in the private sector, working for the enemy as a criminal defense attorney, $1 million a year. And so that's part of the reason why they get pushback from the U.S. Attorney's Office, is they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to prosecute somebody who has a well-funded criminal defense team and then end up looking silly. They shy away or delay prosecution or transfer it to another prosecutor. It's like a hot potato. When the FBI gets pushback like that from the U.S. Attorney's Office, our hands are tied. There's very little things that we can do besides talk to people, do threat briefings,